Supreme Court is hearing arguments today in several cases about the right of same-sex couples to marry. Justices will address two important questions on the issue. CBS 4's Walter McCullough is here with what specifically the court will look at.
Well, Elliot, the cases before the nation's high court come from Kentucky, Michigan, Ohio, and Tennessee, all of which had their marriage bans upheld by a federal appeals court last year. Justices will try to answer number one, whether states have an obligation to perform same-sex marriages, and number two, whether states must recognize same-sex marriages performed in other states. They're singing and preaching.
I know a man who can set you straight.
Outside the Supreme Court as the justices hear arguments in historic same-sex marriage cases. The High Court is weighing whether states, particularly Michigan, Ohio, Kentucky, and Tennessee, must allow same-sex marriages, and if it's not required, whether all states must recognize same-sex marriages performed in other states where they are legal. Travis Weber is with the Family Research Council.
We believe the Supreme Court should leave this decision in the hands of the states and allow the 61% of Americans who believe that states should be free to define marriage to have their voices heard.
The cases being heard include Jim Obergefell's. The Ohio man went to Maryland to marry his partner. Then his home state would not recognize their union.
I absolutely feel like I'm being treated as a second-class citizen, as someone not worthy of the same rights as the person standing next to me.
Shortly after the marriage, Obergefell's husband died from ALS. Ohio refuses to list him as the surviving spouse on the death certificate.
I know he's proud, and I know he would thank me for living up to my promises to him.
The arguments began at 10 o'clock this morning and are expected to last several hours. A decision isn't expected until late June. Walter McCullough, CBS 4 News.
Walter, thank you.